Brendon here at Encore Property. I'm out in Rockingham. You're going to have to guess the location. I'm out here doing the June monthly report, quarterly report and half yearly report, folks. Sorry about it. Just not as fit as I used to be back in the day. I saw a mushroom over here, Braden. If anyone's watched that show Alone, it's on Stan. It's a really good show. Okay? They eat them and that's how they feed themselves. That's just a bit of funny stuff, folks. Hey, last time I went down the slide and I fell, so there is a playground in the background over there, and you can see there's a whole bunch of ovals, and we've just taken a bit of cover underneath this alfresco so we don't get absolutely drenched. But let's get into it, folks. Folks, June report. We got listings. Well, I had 82, that's right, for June. And then it had 58 of those were sales. Then we had Parmelia had 34 listings. Wandie, surprisingly, had 21 sales. They were in number 2 spot, okay, for June. And then we had Aurelia had 27, okay, listings, but Parmelia, over the 34, had 19 sales there, folks. We just to veer a little bit there to the rentals. The rentals we had, Wellard had, that's right, folks, 103 rentals for June. That's amazing, okay? Parmelia had 42 and Bertram had 34. We flipped the script and we just go to Rockingham. So Baldivis has come back again, 182 listings, folks, 131 sales. They're still smashing in Baldivis. Rockingham had 110, which was really good in the last quarter, I believe. And it had 56 of those were sales, okay? And the last one is, just a tip, Port Kennedy. Port Kennedy, folks, 51 listings, but Waikiki smashed in with 25 sales. Flip over to the rentals, of course, again, Baldivis, 296 rentals, followed by Rockingham at 144, and then we had Warmba at 61, folks. The Rangers have stopped for a sec, but that's okay. We might shoot out there again in a minute. So we're going to look at the second quarter report. So the second quarter, so we're talking from May to the June, so the second quarter of them. So we had listings. Wellard had 206. That's right. Listings, 121 sales. Very good again, those new predominant areas of Kwinana. Parmelia had 92 with 54. 54, that's right, folks. As we just move around, so it's some beautiful nature bushland. Aurelia had 66, and then Wandie, 66 listings, Wandie had 36 sales, which is really good, really good, folks. So the rental we flip over for the quarter, for the second quarter, we had Wellard that had 121, okay? 261, apologise. Wellard had 261, Parmelia had 111, and Aurelia had 89. Flip over to Rockingham, folks. Rockingham, that's where we are. We're out in Rockingham somewhere. You got to guess where we are, folks. We love to play the game. Baldivis, 533 listings for the second quarter. That's amazing. And 353, folks. That's right, 353 sales. That's smashing. Rockingham at 330. That's amazing too. 246 sales. And then Port Kennedy had 130 listings and Waikiki had 87. Flip over to the rentals. Here we go. Baldivis, 774 rentals. And then Rockingham at 380, followed by Warmborough with 159. So that is a smashing second report, folks. So now I'm just going to finish off, and thanks for watching and being patient. Half yearly report. So we're talking start of January to obviously end of the financial year. So we've had a really strong growth month in WA. The market is still booming out there, both in property management with rentals and sales, okay? So I had 462 listings, okay, with 213 of them. Okay, as you can imagine, that is really great work. Parmelia, 213. So the smaller and the older areas of Kwinana are still getting the results they need. 97 of them ended up in sales. Aurelia had 148 listings, and Wandie had 70. That's really good for Wandie, a new up-and-coming suburb, 470. We flip over to the rentals, as you can imagine, Wellard. Again, folks, 373, and Parmelia, 175. And we had Aurelia with 137. Now we'll finish off with Rockingham, so Baldivis. Can you guess? Yes, that's right, folks. 1,000, over 1,000 listings. So 1,117, and 718 of those ended up in sales. That's a massive amount. Rockingham, 669. Wow, with 378 of them being sales. Port Kennedy had 279, and then Port Kennedy / Waikiki split the difference at 144 sales for the first half of the year report. We'll end up with the rentals. Baldivis, 1,169, folks. That's right, 1,169. Rockingham, 576, and Warnbro at 244. Okay, that is the reports, folks. Wow, is all I can say. WA market, both in sales and rentals, is still booming. As we walk around, we're getting back into a little bit of rain. You can see this beautiful community sporting complex. That's all I'm going to say, folks. Out here. Love getting wet. It's out in the rain. We're out in the cold. Thanks for watching for the report. And guess what, folks? We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.